Petropatriarchy episode, whatever the fuck. Wednesday, June 15th, 2022 at 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Didn't realize I was taking next to a week off. Little brother's bachelor party somewhere in the continental United States. And today's Wednesday. The podcast will resume Tuesday. And so that's that. Yeah, so I had no idea I was drinking tonight, but guess I'm drinking tonight. I'm a tired boy. Tired boy. Ballsack. Let's see. Oh no, god damn it, wrong button. Fuck.
I'm in. Let's go.
Wanna be your friend, go shopping in the bins. I like you. Oh shit, I do. Wanna be your friends, go shopping in the bins. Wanna be your friends, go shopping in the bins. I like you. I do.
Qatari's rebel movement is on the verge of defeat. If
Sure
we
are a
help
lot of
him turn
light-
things around, we'll be able to count on his support in the future.
All right, good to go.
Put a call to the rebels for some reinforcements.
Copy that. A third team will be right there.
The drone is up. I asked the rebels to do a recon of the area. Eyes up. We've got Unidad vehicles on the road. Looks like a standard patrol plus a combo truck.
Qatari's people would like to get their hands on those radios. What do you think, boss?
Sending our intel on enemy positions.
That truck's trying to get away.
Opening fire. Escort vehicle is destroyed.
Okay, we're still good.
Copy.
Combo truck secure. Qatari's people are on the way to pick up the gear.
Well done, compadres. My speech was heard all over Bolivia.
Why was that a mission?
It is only a matter of time before the people rise up and join our cause. Viva la revolución!
Glad we could help. Now what have you got on your Polito?
Nothing yet, amigo. Those two, they cover their tracks well. But my people are working on it. We will know something soon. In the meantime, my revolutionary brothers in Itaqua stand ready to help if you need them. Just call, and they will come.
I'll keep that in mind.
Copy. We got a fire team moving into position.
Wanna be a friend, go shopping in the Benz, I like you. I do.
Compadre, I may have someone who can give you information on Yuri and Polito.
I'm listening.
One of my lieutenants managed to escape from them. He fled to a village called Culta. Rather than give my men up to the cartel, the villagers hid him.
Goddamn bravery right there.
In response, Santa Blanca razed every home and executed all the villagers. My lieutenant is still being kept alive. Probably so he can be killed in an even more painful way.
Understood. We're heading to Kulta now. We got a 20 in the garage where Polito parks a sports car. You snag that, snag his yeah. Maybe something there tells us where he and his
The cap.
girlfriend are.
Looks like we've riled them up. We rattled somebody's cage. That LT's getting away.
Engaging
Looks like we've
hostile.
riled them up. We rattled somebody's cage.
Colta is still smoldering. Keep an eye out for the rebel they've got held here. Damn, haven't seen anything like this. Hold on. Called the rebels for reinforcements. I asked the rebels to recon this area.
Oh, here we go. They've seen us. Roger that. Move it.
I called the rebels for mortar fire.
Copy that. Fire for effect. Viva Bolivia.
Moving to position.
Shit balls.
What the hell are you doing? Take cover.
Yeah, so is my mic working now or not?
Oh, there he is. Still a
So it's not
little,
okay.
not as bad. It's still pretty foghorn.
Is it like yesterday or is it just worse?
A little worse. Oh, it's worse than yesterday, but it's not nearly as bad as it was 20 minutes ago.
Maybe it's my internet, I'm not sure. Maybe you have terrible connection.
Audio is pretty lightweight, though. It shouldn't be that.
Yeah, I don't quite get what's going on. Maybe I think get a new one.
I think it's your mic.
I don't understand this mic.
What mic do you have? Is it headset or is it built in?
No, it's a Rode NT USB thing. I've looked at the manual, I've looked at everything. It just doesn't make sense. It's got these dials on the sides.
Yeah, I think it's broken, man. I mean, in all my wisdom, I know nothing about audio, but it might just be
It was never
fucked.
this bad before.
Yeah, I think it's just fucked, man.
Yeah, my other mic doesn't work either. I got like this old blue snowball one, and that's just total AIDS. Like you can't change anything on it at all.
Gotcha. Damn it, Craig.
Yeah, I'll go into settings and see if I can test some stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's worse.
I think it's a little better, actually.
Is it manageable or not?
Actually, it's a lot better.
Okay, I don't know why I did that, but I messed with some dials and I
Yeah. It's how it is yesterday now. Now it's just
Oh, okay.
now it's just
Yeah, I'm
baseline
definitely
foghorn.
I'm definitely gonna fucking put it in, like, I spent 150 quid on this, and
I think you just need to move to America, man. I think that's the base problem.
yeah. You know, like, I only woke up like 2 hours ago, like, last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
Dude, I was so fucking tired.
yeah. I went to listen to some podcasts, like, backlog, because, I listened to the Missile when you linked. Then it wasn't enough, because it was like half an hour.
Oh, David Stumpf?
Yeah.
He's been on he's been on
The
twice.
Sprint Missile.
Oh, Sprint ABM. What do you think I'm a retard? Come on now, Sprint ABM. Hybex. He's actually been on a couple times.
Yeah, it's just the issue of Rumble. That it's kind of like
It's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
It's terrible, dude. It's absolutely horrible.
See, I thought you were playing Tom Clancy Wildlands on a console, but apparently it's on PC.
Yeah, no, I switched to PC in like January.
Yeah, that's where the fucking PlayStation's got me, because they have exclusives, you know? So I'm fucked.
PlayStation has you're on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Xbox for like 10 years till January. PlayStation, yeah, no, they do. Like PlayStation has they have Spider-Man exclusive. I haven't played Spider-Man since like middle school, but I really want to play Spider-Man again.
Yeah, I mean, the exclusive kind of sucks, and the most gayest thing ever is the whole console war stuff. Just, that's the biggest cringe thing of all time.
Stoli had been trying to get me off console for forever, and I finally succumbed, and I'll never go back, man. PC's so superior.
You could be stuck on Mac games, which is just terrible.
Stuck on what?
Stuff you're stuck to.
Stuck on what?
Well, if you're stuck on Mac and not PC, you have even limited options than just console.
Yeah, well, that's just retarded. Yeah, that's just retarded. You never get stuck on Mac. I have my PC next to my Mac, and I actually just last week got an Xbox controller and set it up to my PC, because that's the one qualm I had with PC was I love controller. I don't like keyboard, and now I'm on a controller on my PC. It's just Gucci.
I've done that, but the issue I'm having is I'm not sure if I use a PS4 controller on my PS3, because the PS3 controller, like the actual rubber, sweats. It's
Gotcha.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever you leave it for a while, it gets all fucking weird with rubber.
Yeah.
So I can't use that controller. So funny though, like when I woke up, like what some of the things I said kind of stuck with me, like what Stolly was doing as a doctor,
Oh, Dr. Stoli.
convincing people that they were gay.
Their whole family, their whole lineage is gay.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't
Oh,
know
dude,
how
that-
that came to me, but it's great.
Dude, I had a fucking dream, and for the FBI listening, this was a dream, and it's not a call to action. I had a dream that me and Stoli killed Klaus Schwab. But it was the weirdest thing. We were on this like school bus. It was like a middle school field trip. And then like we didn't even kill him with a gun. We just like beat the shit out of him, and he ended up dying from like blunt force trauma. And then we ended up hiding out in this mansion in the middle of like the country. But it was enormous. It was like a Rothschild mansion. And like it was Stoli and I, but there were like these weird like demon snakes. So it was this insane thing where like special forces were hunting us. I think it's because of the Ghost Recon. It was.
I have that weird dream all the time, yeah. Stuff like that happens all the time. Just movies and like games. They trip it out with us.
Yeah, every once in a while you're like playing a game and you're like, God, I hope this doesn't bleed into my dream.
I don't know, man. Depends on the game. It's pretty funny sometimes. But the Rothschild Mansion thing. Have you ever watched the film Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah, of course.
That mansion in that film meant more
It's in-
powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they had.
Oh, yeah.
one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
weird parties in the 70s.
Oh yeah, no, that's from. They were built in like 1830 or 1850. Those buildings they're terrifying. The Rothschild estates are terrifying.
You can literally go visit them, like
Oh yeah, it's like the. Yeah. Me and a friend were actually looking them up like 5 days ago. That's kind of a weird coincidence. We were actually looking up those towers.
No, it wasn't a coincidence. It was posted on such a picture ID, right?
Oh, okay, so it's not a coincidence.
Yeah. I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Arch of Hysteria episode.
Yeah, like the whole house hunting thing was kind of weird, but it's just arguing like other people's perspectives, you know.
Yeah, that's my best friend Matt from like I've known Matt since about 9/11, which is a weird place point, but
I'm not sure, but I think he played Radio Not with us once.
yeah, Matt's played Ready Out with us. Yeah,
Yeah, he's cool.
I love Matt. Matt's my favorite. I'm actually going to see him tomorrow. Yeah, he and I were hunting homes, and it eventually culminated in the Rothschild.
I mean, the podcast or like any show that accelerates as it gets towards the end, so it always leaves you in a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
There's not many shows that get better when it gets to the end.
I need to get Stoli back on for a show.
You do. I did actually ask like a few weeks ago, like when is the next episode? Not like push it.
Yeah. I've been pushing Stoli for I don't know, a couple months now. I think Stoli, when's our next episode? And he's been busy with the whole Ukraine war, but
I mean, the compromise is you don't get the 7-hour episode, you get 3.5 episodes. Like,
well, that's the thing is it doesn't have to be like a bigger and I mean it's like a fun meme, but like it doesn't have to be a bigger and better episode.
Those start to grade towards the end because like both of you like your mental like
Your mental capabilities are fading fast. Yeah.
well, you can go anywhere and you hear the feet like your audio.
Yeah.
Like you just giving up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though.
Especially when like the problem is like if you plan to be the longest episode, because like when he and I did the We Stand with Israel episode, which was like 6 hours, we didn't plan that. So
I literally seen it was like day and it turned to fucking night. I'm like this is
oh yeah, no, and Stoli's yeah. If you look at Stoli's like camera, like you can see Stoli slowly fade into darkness. Yeah, but no, in terms of just like fucking around, I wasn't saying that last night to like kiss Stoli's ass. Those are genuinely my favorite episodes, are with him and Dawn.
Yeah.
Those are the most fun episodes I have. They're the most fun episodes I have.
The trick is to get Dale to do one.
Dale do one with Stoli. That would be fun.
Dale do a crazy episode like that. Like if you do it, it'd be crazy.
Dale checks out at like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if he do. I think maybe I'm just like projecting, but I feel like in Dale's mind, like, you know, when I'm like, Dale, let's do a crazy episode, it was like Dale is in Delta Force at 23. I feel like my definition of crazy and his definition of crazy don't match up. So when I'm like, let's talk about conspiracies, he's like, dude, I was shooting guys in the face before I could rent a car.
Well, he's probably done it before Dell, yeah, but like, the issue is, he was in Delta at 23 as an enlisted man. Like, he came into that while people were, like, literally coming in to get in their second lieutenant stuff, being commissioned.
Not only that, the average age of Delta when he went in was 35. So, like, Yeah. Dale, like, skipped several steps.
I mean, can he actually talk about anything or not? Or is it always like impassive, like yes, this did happen, but
Yeah, it's always, like, weird sort of diffusion of knowledge and, like, I know a guy.
do you want to ask him, say, about if you went to golf for 91, like what did he do? Did he actually say anything at all? Even though it was like 30 years ago.
I don't know. Like,
I
people ask me, like, what... Yeah. People ask me, like, what does Dale tell you off camera? Dale's the same off camera as he is on camera. And what that means is that I am in the same classification as the audience. Like, he tells me what he wants me to know, and whatever he wants me to know, the audience is allowed to know. There's no, like, juicy secrets that Dale tells me, you know?
No, but that's cool in a way. Like he treats everyone the same. He's not talking down to anyone. That's
Yeah.
the best person to have.
Yeah, and like what that really means is just like he has a blanket disdain for all civilians. So it's like, I don't get anything special.
Yeah, I pretty sure, like feel that way, but like most people who like serve in the military, they always have like disdain for certain type of people. So
Yeah, I take that back. Dale doesn't have disdain. It's.
well, I guess it depends on the person. Like if he's seeing people do things like abjectly bad, maybe.
Yeah.
Like his examples of stuff happened in LA, the extreme.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I play a game like he's gonna play through these speakers.
We should try. Ooh. I think I need to buy a Lamborghini, Craig.
Well, is it a normal one or is it chrome light?
Is it what?
Is it a normal gaudy colour or is it going to be white and chromed out?
If I ever got a Lamborghini, I would go matte black, and I'd put off-road tires on it. Turn it into the Batmobile.
Well, it's happy as full as drive anyway, so...
Yeah. Fuck you. You'll be right back. Gotta grab my chicken. Should we send Stoli to space?
Sounds good to me.
What do you think Stoli would say to Elon Musk if he had FaceTime with him?
I mean, you'd probably ask me massive faggot, but yeah. Do you want to hear such a really odd thing that happened today? From
Yes.
As I mentioned yesterday.
Yes.
Apparently Hinkley has had all his restrictions dropped, and he is now a person.
Oh shit.
So you could technically contact him, but I'm sure he still would answer. But
Why did that happen?
I have no idea. It's just a weird coincidence from yesterday.
It's a very weird coincidence.
Some weird butterfly effect you have.
I actually talked about Hinckley like 3 hours ago on an episode.
That's kind of odd.
Very odd. Hold on, let me look it up. Well, he just got one of his concerts canceled. No, but you're right. John Hinckley Jr. freed from all court oversight.
Didn't know he had a concert.
Dude, I've got to get John Hinckley.
Big time sugar. Yeah, right.
Can you imagine if I got John fucking Hinckley?
No, that'd be crazy. What would you even ask? Like, you know why, but
Honestly, I think I would just ignore it entirely. I think that would be funny. Just talk to him about, like, music and the creative process. I think that would be funny. And then maybe, like, the last question, I go, why? And then just end the episode.
yeah, that's pretty bad. No. Ask him what he thought of Taxi Driver, because that is the film that inspired him to do what he did. So if you ever watch Taxi Driver, understand he saw Travis Bickle as the good guy.
No, that's too low-hanging fruit.
No, I know. Yeah. That was kind of I always thought Travis Bickle in that film probably did shot the wrong person. Probably should have shot the politician. But then I understood when I watched it. Then I laughed.
I think, I don't know, I'd ask him where he thinks COVID-19 came from.
Yeah, ask him like really absurd question. Yeah. Oh, could you imagine if that done for medical misinformation?
If Hinckley got banned from YouTube for medical... If I brought on Hinckley and Dr. Malone, who'd talk about the efficacy of ivermectin...
He gave the president the vaccination, right?
Dude, what if Hinckley fucking shoots the president again?
No comment. I can't.
Actually, no. Yeah. There's gotta be an odd life. What an odd life. John Hinckley Jr.
Could you imagine the song is more popular than what he did?
The weirdest thing is, the Hinckley family, that night, was having dinner with Neil Bush, brother of George Bush, who was the vice president at the time.
I mean, the Bushes do pop to weird places, don't they?
All the time.
And then they just end up becoming a director of the CIA. Yeah. Like, Bush couldn't remember where he was.
Yeah, and it turns out he was in Dallas, yeah. not only that, there was another George Bush in Dallas that day.
Dude, they're cloning them.
No, there was another George Bush who I think worked for the NSA. It's in Russ Baker's book, Family of Secrets. There was a second George Bush in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I mean, they killed JFK.
I mean, LBJ gained a lot from what happened. I'm not sure how to do with it. It does seem shady, but it's weird how all those policies were instantly reversed afterwards.
Yeah, that policy for a silver-backed currency reversed on the plane to D.C. as Jackie was there covered in blood.
Yeah, and the CIA not smashed 1,000 pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, he took the teeth off the CIA's paramilitary capabilities.
I mean, it's like he listened to Eisenhower and was destroyed. I don't know.
I often wonder if they waited till Kennedy was there to blow his head off because there was a popular uprising of Eisenhower if they killed Eisenhower.
I mean, in a way, I haven't really got killed anyway. They could always use the 25th Amendment, point 7 water, and make them seem crazy.
Sure.
I mean, you talked about who's the guy with the club foot?
With the club foot?
CIA guy. MK Ultra.
Sidney Gottlieb?
Yeah, like Sidney Gottlieb got drinks, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So if you could do that for president, use the 20th Amendment, then it'd be a lot more efficient than just killing citizens.
Make him nuts.
You never know, because that would be totally under wraps.
Well then, then you gotta think about factions. You gotta think about is someone in the CIA blowing the whistle or preventing it from happening.
Well, I guess that's why it's all compartmentalized anyway. So
Yeah.
you don't have to shoot people.
That's kind of my logic. Is that, I've been thinking of, I've been saying it, I don't know, over the last year or so, I don't think whoever's in charge knows they're in charge. It's like think of like a battle royale, or like a team deathmatch or something. Imagine like a really hard, put it on expert or veteran level, one-shot kill. And imagine you're on like a big map, and it's just one by one you're picking each other off. But you always have like a counter that says like this many players are left. What if you didn't know how many players were left? I think that's what it is to be at the top, is you've knocked off all opponents, but you have absolutely no way of confirming you've knocked off all opponents. So I don't think whoever's in charge knows they're in charge.
It makes sense. If you look up your ranks all the time, right? Like six.
Yeah.
Like you get older, so it's always got to take down. But your position is also in question, but still also faction duels too.
Yeah, there are.
Someone in your interior.
Yes, factions within factions. So it's. I firmly believe that whoever's in charge doesn't know they're in charge.
Well, I guess it's like when leftists say the 1%, like everyone in that class, people, cycles in and cycles out. No one's there forever. So, yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think they know.
Yeah, in a way, I guess it's the same the world over, right? Like in different countries too.
Oh yeah, no, I mean globally. I don't. The idea there's like a like the World Economic Forum's like appealing, But like even then, I don't
sure,
think they know.
We're probably in some groups.
Yeah.
But there'll also be like ambassadors, like said nationals who aren't going to go there anyway.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I
eventually
mean.
always say the kingdom says that they're the top chiefs will always be in that group.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Is like it almost seems like a natural check and balance. It's like a part of nature or like the way the universe is laid out that like nobody. Now, if you get to like AI or something that could just handle 1,000, 10,000, a million times the processing power of the human mind, well, then that would maybe make sense. But like, yeah, I don't think whoever's in charge knows they're in charge, which is fascinating.
Off topic, but you talk about computer processing power. Like, have you ever talked to anyone about Lawrence Livermore's computers?
Lawrence Livermore of Livermore.
Like, they have those supercomputers that can like measure the effects in nuclear weapons and stuff.
Well, I thought that was what all supercomputers were used for. It was pretty much right.
Well, I'm sure you could talk to them about the Cray one and all that. Yeah.
Have you? No, we talked about it last night. Have you read Annie Jacobson's Pentagon's Brain? They talk about all of that.
I have it. I haven't listened to it.
God damn it, Craig.
Yeah, I have like a library of books I haven't listened to. So
God damn it, Craig. Do you even care, Craig? Do you even care?
Yeah.
Dude, can you even see in front of your own goddamn face?
Yeah, I'm making a mental note not to read or listen to anything major that could affect my book. So I try to keep it totally like sterile until I'm finished.
Wait, you have a book?
Yeah.
Really?
It's not out. It's not finished yet. I'm about 50,000 words in. And I think I mentioned it a while ago in my book, but yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I apologize.
It's fine. It's a fiction book, so it's not like this stuff you're into.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Japanese Yakuza.
The Yakuza mob?
Yeah, like they're having a gang war, and like the characters from World War II up to like 2012. So it's like a continuation of their lives, but it's all intertwined. It's kind of I just kept going after 20,000 words.
Are you happy with it?
Shit, I'll smooth it out and try and self-publish it if I can't get a deal. Because if I quit now, I pretty much wasted 2 years.
It's not a waste. It's all a journey. I know that's such a cheesy response, but...
Didn't you yourself write a book?
Yeah, I tried writing one about psychedelics. And I wrote it. I'm happy with it. I'm never going to go back and edit it. It's finished to me. Yeah.
That's kind of better because if you wrote a book for like a person you didn't know, like it wouldn't relate to them anyway. So if it's your personal journey through that, it was kind of cool. You can go back and like years and years look at it.
I look back at it, and now I just think it's like insane ramblings. But I like it.
I think that's the entire podcast, but that's...
Oh yeah, that is the goddamn entire podcast. Tommy, what are you talking about?
Aircraft complete. Your first mission.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry. How can you talk about food?
Do you think Stoli was born in the right time period?
Nah, he's definitely like an 80s type of guy, like just before the Civil War.
You think so? Part of me's not sure. Part of me thinks, yeah, he was meant to be 200 years ago. Part of me thinks that, like, his time has not yet come.
I guess I can see how you mean. He's just waiting for the next to be developed, you know?
Yeah, still he's an odd one. I love it though.
So you just think I'm from this time too, right?
Do what?
So, am I not factored into that? Or am I just this era?
No, you're with me. You're a boring 2022 guy. You're with me. There's nothing special about us.
Thanks.
Hey man, I mean, it's not that that's an insult to you. It's just that's kind of what I. Let me rephrase it. The only person I think that belongs in a different time is Stoli.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us all belong here. Yeah, Stoli's. Where is he meant to go? Where is he meant to be?
Alpha Proxima. Literally the fucking galaxy. Yeah, so which Ace Combat can you play after? Was it 7 or?
Whatever, yeah, 7. I guess that's the most recent one. That's the only one I ever played.
Apparently I have that on PS4. I didn't even realise I got it for free.
It's a fantastic game. I love it. They put the Dark Star in, which is supposed to be the Aurora, the SR-72.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like twice as fast as every other plane. The maneuverability is fantastic. It's just so orgasmic.
You just got to bring that corporation back up again, right?
Oh, Northrop Grumman. I would have to call Lockheed, right? Because Northrop Grumman, they did the B-2 and the B-21.
Yeah, that also gets kind of confusing at times because it's both in competition with similar designs.
Yeah, but it's kind of hilarious because at the highest level, socialism reigns. Whoever wins the contract, the government breaks up the contract into different pieces and then contracts it out to the different contractors. So at the highest level, it's still socialism. Yeah, so like, so whoever won the F-22 won out over the YF.
Because if you've got specifics not making anything at all, it costs everyone.
Not only that, I think the argument is like, as opposed to everything else, this is national security. Which, granted, is a blanket explanation, which can be dealt with dealt with in the same way, or it can be abused. But yeah, like the F-22 beat out the what was it? The
YF-23.
Yeah, the Black Widow, and yeah, Boeing won the F-22, but they broke up like Northrop Grumman did like the radar absorbing material and like the cockpit, like McDonnell Douglas did, I don't know, like the I don't know, like the
was absolved company.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like
Oh well, fuck me.
I don't think they made a plane since the late 80s or 90s.
Oh well, fuck me.
Yeah, I like planes too, and missiles and tanks and ships too. Just I go really fast.
I didn't know McDonnell Douglas was absolved.
I think it was either Boeing that bought them or something.
I mean, you're probably right.
You're
probably right.
Off topic, but have you ever been to the National Museum of United States Air Force?
No, I'd love to though.
Yeah. Looking at that, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I have a friend that goes all the time, and he always sends me pictures of shit.
I mean, if you're going to have a podcast into this video, that'd be a great like background.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
God, I'd love to fucking... Nothing makes me more upset than the fact that we didn't have a fleet of XB-70 Valkyries.
Well, you had two, but I
Yeah.
guess they were originally like test models that were brought into.
Yeah, I know. I wanted the Curtis LeMay. Curtis LeMay wanted like 120 of them.
It looks like quite a dangerous plane to fly. Like,
Who cares?
I mean, I guess the Lance kind of took over the role.
Yeah, but I mean, Lancer's supersonic at like Mach 1, but I mean, come on, XP-70, same specs as the SR-71, but it's like twice as big. I mean, come on,
You
dude.
want to go to the museum and have pieces of profession background, the SAC logo, and all the B-52s there. And you're like, yes, the bombing starts in 5 minutes, quote from Reagan.
Yeah. Yeah, the bombings. We start bombing Russia in 5 minutes. What do you think about the? Oh, do you ever watch the YouTube channel? I think it's my favorite channel in like the last year. Found and Explained.
No, occasionally I watch Dax guys and that shit.
Oh, fuck them. No, they're great. I love them. Dude, Found and Explained. Found and Explained covers. I love Dark Skies, Dark Docks, but watch Found and Explained. Dude, he covers the SR-71 or the SR-72. He covers the TR-3B. He covers the Rockwell Star Raker. He covers.
You say that. I opened the second tab, yeah, and as soon as I opened it, it mentioned Dax there.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're listening.
It's not Top Gun, but yeah.
Well, it's also Top Gun, which is the most popular movie in the world right now. Dude, look up Found and Explained on YouTube. That guy, dude, he covers the stuff that like Dark Docs won't cover. He doesn't give a shit. He'll go into like the Nazi like Hannibal 1, Hannibal 2, like the flying saucers and shit.
The German look like NASA ones.
The what?
The NASA flying saucers.
Oh yeah, the Avro. Was that what it was called?
The Avro was actually Canadian.
Oh well, fuck me.
Because you had the Avro bombers, which were built in Canada but used by Britain.
Do you think they have alien tech out there? I change my mind every like couple months.
How would you define that? Like futuristic or
Not ours. Not created on Earth by humans.
I mean, I guess some sort of technological thing could exist, but even if it did, like, you can't know that civilization still exists because.
Oh no, yeah. No. I'm not talking about the implication, like the philosophical implications. Just like, what was Roswell? Was it really? Because I always look at it as like,
It's not. It's probably the biggest psyop of all time. If it isn't what you think it is.
Yeah. So I always look at like alien tech as it's not that we can't tell the people. I look at it as like no, it's I look at like defense contractors and I'm like they're treating it the same way they treated the A-bomb. Don't tell anybody. Or
I was recommended the channel because the Nazi Dream Railway thing.
Oh yeah, the like 12 gauge railway.
Yeah, my tongue was the other day. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But on another topic, do you believe Bob Lazar or not?
I'm still torn on Bob Lazar. I go back and forth on him all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a type of person.
He seems sincere, but he might be a total like sociopath. He might just not care. Or he might have been lied to by the defense contractors, and he believes what he's saying, but what he's saying isn't true.
I mean, he could be one of those nerdy guys who get in like he notices the grift, and he looks a certain way. He always keeps his glasses. He always looks nerdy.
You're right. He does have an image. Yeah, I mean, he might just be paying his bills. Maybe he was like, "Fuck this aerospace engineering. I'm gonna fucking grift the Greys and the flying saucer."
I do believe he has an aerospace background, but that could be a lot of people.
I think most likely he is an aerospace engineer. He did work at Area 51. He did work for EG&G, but there was a PSYOP within the company. It was beyond a special access program. It was the paranoia of the Cold War. And he believes that he worked with the Greys, but the reality is that there is some gravity drive that's probably from like the trillions of dollars the Pentagon has quote unquote unaccounted. To me, that's Occam's razor. Because he does seem like he believes what he's saying. You know? It doesn't seem like he's an actor or something. He seems like he genuinely believes what he's saying. And that wouldn't be that hard as opposed to put out an actor to just lie to someone and have the... I mean, what were we talking about last night, right? You know, like the feds, like, recruiting retards. Like, it doesn't seem that absurd.
Actors also believe sometimes that they're playing the character in like a method acting role anyway. So
Sure.
It's possible.
But he's been keeping it up for 40 years, which makes me think that he just actually thinks it's real.
Yeah.
But he's also got some interesting takes, because he says again and again, he's like, I don't care what the backstory is. He's like, I'm interested with the technology, which is fascinating.
No, that was actually objective too, yeah, so that's pretty good.
I mean, the absurdity... I mean, there was a documentary about... I mean, one of who knows how many. But one of the documentaries was... was a guy who talked about how he was in charge of running the lie detector test on him. And he's like, I asked him, does the U.S. military have like a flying saucer? And the guy is recalling the lie detector. He goes, the hairs on my arms still stand up, because he said yes, and it showed he was telling.
If you were skeptical, you could always say yes and that's correct to that question.
Sure.
Yeah, because you could define it differently in your mind. You could say, oh yeah, we're talking about this program.
Yeah.
Like there's a thing called the flying cat or something. I'll find it. But you can always like abstraction. Yeah.
Kind of unrelated, pretty much unrelated. You know how the original SR-71 was called the Ox Cart?
No. I thought I got confused and thought Dragon Lady was U2.
Dragon Lady is U2. The A12, the predecessor to the SR-71.
Yeah. Okay.
It was called the Ox Cart.
Okay, and the small bit underneath the A12 is the drone, right?
The D21 tag board.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but the A12, which was actually faster than the SR-71. Not by much, like 100 miles an hour. And it flew higher. But,
Well, at that point, getting extra 100 miles an hour is incredibly hard.
That's true. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, what's it called? Ox Cart, I don't think it had any reconnaissance capabilities. I could be speaking entirely out of my ass. I think... No, you might be right. I don't know what the difference was.
Maybe
There,
I'm not sure.
there was a reason why they scrapped the Ox Cart and made the Blackbird. I can't remember. Have you listened to Area 51 by any Jacobson?
No.
God damn it, Craig.
I mean, I haven't really gone for the audiobooks. I'll listen a few hours like I've done.
Dude, dude, Annie Jacobson's so good.
I should just use Spotify while I'm playing a game, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I don't. So every morning I listen to as soon as I wake up, I turn on an audiobook, and then I listen for about 90 minutes. But I listen on 2x speed. And I just do that every single day, 7 days a week. I'll take one day off. But no, you can't listen for long. You gotta go. But if you do it that way, I mean, I think maybe I told you, but I mean, so I started first keeping track. last August. And as of 3 days ago, I hit book 55. So more than a book a week for a year. If you just listen for an hour and a half a day at 2x speed, it doesn't seem like a lot at first. You will be surprised at just how much goddamn material you cover. And that's the thing is, yeah, no. Listen to it. I never sit down and listen to it. I listen to it at the gym, lifting weights, on the treadmill. I listen to it while I do dishes, go to the grocery store, throw it on. But every day I just make sure I listen to 90 minutes.
I guess that makes more sense. Like the time management. If I'm playing a game and not listening to it, I should be. There's not enough hours in a day, so I should be.
Oh, dude, the number of books I have listened to while playing Ace Combat or Far Cry. I mean, I have like a respectable education in like Cold War aviation history, just by like muting video games.
It's pretty good.
Not only that, but you'll realize just how much longer you can listen. You know, you're tearing around in a fucking fighter jet blowing up commies. You'll tear through 8 hours of an audiobook, 2x speed. I mean, you'll knock out like a Ken Burns like length documentary while shooting commies with sidewinders.
Speaking of Ken Burns, have you ever watched his Vietnam documentary?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know what it is. I feel like I should.
I mean, even Don's though is pretty good. Like, it was politically more neutral than everyone else.
Yeah.
So it was more focused on the actual policy of the war.
I think we should rape Don. Fucking show him how it's done. Hold on. Let me up here real
I
quick.
mean, next time Don comes on, it's probably gaslight him and like make the conversation go to like places you not expect.
Who, Don?
Yeah. Totally like said like what he's doing.
I should have him on and talk about like a progressive tranny.
No. Because he take that control of conversation by saying you should call him more. And you'd have to agree.
Yeah. Yeah, Don's good. I feel like we could fuck him up. Hold on, Craig. I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Picture of the cops just walk in. Everyone just starts motioning. I could go to the White House tonight, and we can light me on fire, but not really. We do it after the post. Yeah, but we do a whole. You crucify me on a cross. Why not? Right. We do a fake crucifixion. Yeah. Let me ask the beach and change us. What is it okay? I mean, I don't know what people make it. They make what they do.
Greg. Greg, you
I'm
there?
not sure.
No.
I'm not sure what we're on about.
Oh, well, late it was dawn, but Cold War aircraft, for the most part.
Oh yeah. Have you ever like visited any closed airbase?
Oh, I'd love that as well.
Yeah. Like I've seen images of it. Fucking massive.
No, actually, I mean, I really should. I've never been to one.
There's a Sax museum. I would have thought would have one.
I think so. They probably do. I'm ashamed that I don't know that, but I think they probably do.
I wonder if we ever do an episode of White Sands missile base. Or test range.
Isn't White Sands in the Nevada test range, or the Nevada test site?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of blanket that as all the same thing.
Well, it's fucking massive. You might as well include Arizona and New Mexico as one place.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't it like bigger than Norway or something?
Probably, yeah. I mean, California's bigger than the UK. So yeah, it should be.
I don't know. So like, have you ever read Skunk Works by Ben Rich?
No, but I probably know bit of stuff enough.
Yeah, his book's pretty good, right? I mean, he was the former head of Skunk Works, and in it, actually, an episode with Paul Whitcomb. One thing I always, he and I both pointed out was, so he talks about how they purposely leaked U-2 manuals to the Soviets. They left them out in the sun, they tore the pages, they spilled coffee on them, to make them look used. And what they actually...
Or after guys.
I don't know. But what they did was, I would imagine before, but I'm not entirely sure. So what they did was they completely underplayed its capabilities. And, they left them all throughout the Soviet Union, Soviet bloc nations. And, so I think about that. And then in the same book, where he's talking about this, he goes on to say that hypersonics are impossible, and that the United States will probably never be able to build one. So, he shows you through example, like, the kind of disinformation they'll use.
Yeah, but if you ever overdo it would have the opposite effect.
Sure.
You can't always go that far.
Yeah. But, well, this is my point then. So he goes on and on about how hypersonics don't work, right? And sure, the conspiratorial mind would say, oh, he's using disinformation. He goes on to describe the tag board, the D-21 tag board. And he never once mentions that it can go hypersonic. He either says Mach 3.5, or he gives a speed. And at one point in the book, he does say like 4,330 miles an hour at 125,000 feet, which is hypersonic.
And incredibly high. I heard 90 for SS-72 like operationally it did, but 120 is extreme for anything. Even
Yeah.
Operation.
Yeah, well, I mean, unmanned. But my point is this: so he tells you how they use disinformation. He then tells you a seemingly piece of disinformation, and then he goes on to say how this actually all you have to do is put it in like a Mach calculator. It comes out to like Mach 5.2. It is hypersonic. So like, I don't know, it threw the whole book into a sort of question for me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe I'm not the same perspective as that, but I guess I appreciate for the time that it can make my hate fine, but I think to go.
Yeah.
But the issue nowadays with ABMs or missile general type sites isn't like the first or second stage. It's like how it maneuvers at the first stage.
Yeah, hypersonic glide vehicles.
Yeah, like if you ever see the path, like the trajectory it's planned, like certain planets you can't get. So I'm not sure how they're going to fix that, but they're saying Mach 5 is what they're going for. But
Yeah.
it seemed what they initially wanted.
Yeah.
It seems okay. Like hopefully they can put that on Aegis ship, so it can actually intercept stuff from the oceans over.
Do you think there's any version of Star Wars that exists? SDI.
I mean, I wish SDI in concept still existed. It wasn't what it is now. Was it the missile defense or something? It's called.
Missile Defense Agency.
Yeah, like the MDA is not SDI.
No, not at all. It's a bastard child.
I mean the logo. You have to get the old one back. The sheer amount of money you need to even accomplish anything that they truly want to get.
Yeah, that in itself is almost is almost defeating the United States. Kind of like us throwing the Soviets into like, yeah.
The only issue, if the ABM treaty ever lapsed, it may increase nuclear tensions, but you also have to like capitalize on that and actually build something. Brilliant Pebbles was destroyed financially the entire US. Which is why I think have you ever seen those kinetic vehicles?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, they kind of like float.
Those the ones that you use.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and those are from 1990, which is crazy.
Imagine, a drone swarm of those that is already in space.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think Well, that's what I think Starlink is. I mean, Elon's in bed with the defense contractors. He's the biggest defense contractor by budget allocation. Exactly. I think Starlink doubles as a kill vehicle.
Oh, it does, definitely. Like, if you've seen the way it lands, it was either. You've seen that, yeah? The way it lands,
Yeah.
Imagine that. It spreads there as it gets near an object.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Starlink is sold as a fucking orbital-based internet. I think it's 100% a kill vehicle. It's a net. It's a net.
Even with internet, like it literally gains accuracy.
Yeah, but not. I'm looking at it from the psyops point of view. How do you get the world to accept a net of satellites? Russia does it. America does it. China does it. It's what is that? Yeah. But sure. But how do you get the world to just accept thousands of satellites? It dwarfs any other satellite system. You call it. I mean, you call it Elon Musk Beam Master. It's internet for Ukraine. It's you get all the social justice points. I think it's a weapon. I think it's a weapon system through and through.
Yeah, he's definitely making some real kind of. I would label it as a connection to Mars, and you have to make some satellites connect our satellites to the orbit of Earth, so it's always the connection.
I don't deny that it has genuine internet capabilities. I don't think it's a complete cover. I think it probably actually has complete. Well, I know for a fact it does because I have friends that have Starlink systems. But much like Eisenhower called Francis Gary Powers' flight a weather monitoring system before they knew that Khrushchev actually had Powers alive, I just think, who knows? Maybe it's my own conspiratorial mind, but
there's always truth in it.
Well, it's you gotta look. you got to look at the real estate, right? It's not that he's sending up drones over fucking South Dakota. He's putting up a net of satellites over the planet. Like, you have to get sort of like the blessing, if you will, from like the defense contractor mafia.
Well,
You don't get that by not. Yeah, you don't get that by not playing ball. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is
I mean, Northrop will be pissed they didn't get a contract because you've knocked them out too. So if they can get this stuff on your stuff, because they lost the contract, they make it plus for you. Maybe that's okay.
well, not even that. I think there's like a level above that. I think it's like the true power of the national security firmament. I don't think they give a shit about these corporations. I think it's who can actually deliver like the true power, like the realpolitik. And I think they're looking at it and they're going, yeah, we'll have Northrop and McDonald, or if they're not there anymore, Boeing and whatever the fuck. We'll have them build the 6th generation, 7th generation, 8th generation fighters. But in terms of like real life, big dick, trump card, that's what I think something like Starlink is. And they're just, I don't know, they gave it the blessing.
Boeing merged with McDonnell Douglas in
Okay.
1977.
Okay. Oh Jesus! So that wasn't even recent. Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess the value of something like that is even if Starlink wasn't a defense system, the fact that you and I are talking about it shows that it has psyops value.
It definitely has more security.
Oh, 1,000%.
If you connect that with North Star, like, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But if you ever, do you know our version of North Star and what it's called?
The what?
Do you know what the British version of North Star is called?
Millstar? No, I don't.
Our version is called Skynet.
No, it's not. Why?
I don't know why they call the satellite Skynet, but it definitely has some bad overtones to it.
Jesus.
Yeah, this country is bad.
We need to break you out, Craig. Do you know I actually had somebody on the podcast that's friends with Bob Lazar?
No. Who's it?
Episode 11, Ken Mason.
That is early. Where?
Yeah, that's OG. that's that's before the pandemic. that's
Damn, that is
that's OG. Yeah.
vintage. Yeah, very good. See, what we need is battalions like this. You just start flying these in combat. It's suicide, like kamikaze missions.
Have you ever heard of the Lockheed Martin CL-1201?
CL-1201, is that plane
The big boy. Big boy. Big Chungus. Not big in the sense that it's not. Well, never existed. They never built it.
No, but like in concept.
Yeah, it was. It had the wingspan of I think 4 747s.
Have you seen the Hughes one? That's pretty big.
Yeah, this was like 3 times wider than the Spruce Goose.
Yeah. Like the Hughes one, they imposed it over the Pentagon and the biggest ship in the world to show the sheer scale of it. So this place is massive.
The CL-1201 had a wingspan taller than the Chrysler Building in New York. It had a crew of 845. It could fly for 41 days. It was nuclear powered.
Yeah, that one plane I saw before was nuclear powered too.
Yeah, the CL-1201 was it was contracted by the Pentagon as like a think piece to Lockheed in 1969, and it was to create the largest plane with existing technologies. And it was, the reason for it was if there was a day in the future where the U.S. lost all of its overseas bases and all of its aircraft carriers were sunk, and it needed a force projection capability from the sky. And so they created the Lockheed Martin CL-1201. A wingspan of 1,147 feet. This thing was massive.
I mean, it would take a very small explosive to destroy that.
Well, it was like a carrier. It was like a carrier. It flew in formation. They would fly 6 of.
On its half points, it doesn't have bombs. It has planes.
Yeah, it has F-22s, or not. Sorry, not F-22s. F-4 Phantoms.
Yeah. Well, the Phantom's so cool.
Most. By the way, most of the posts you'll find about the Lockheed Martin are by Calypso Casino.
Oh.
If you look closely, because I found it on some just some like, I don't know, some like pigeonholed PDF in like 2018, and I was like, what in God's name is this?
Yeah, I'm seeing an image concept.
Yeah, by Scott Lauer. I paid for his PDFs and then I uploaded them like an asshole, but I felt like the world needed to know. And then I commented on Found and Explained. I said, you need to do an episode about the Lockheed Martin CL-1201, and then I did a solo rant about it. And like 6 months later, he uploaded an episode about the Lockheed Martin CL-1201. It's his most viewed episode. Now, was I responsible for that? Who knows? But personally, I will say yes.
I mean, you couldn't not have been like so
Well, the fact that I have a solo rant with a timestamp on it a year before he uploaded it, and it's me talking about how no one on YouTube will do it. I got in touch with him on Instagram last summer, and he was like, "Oh, that was you," and I was like, "Yeah, man," and he was like, "Oh, dude, thank you so much. You got my channel to blow up," and I was like, "Yeah, I got banned from YouTube," and he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "No, it had nothing to do." I was like, "No, it wasn't because of like Air Force stuff. It's because of like I had on the guy that invented the mRNA vaccine," and he was like, "Oh, you're one of those guys that says like boosters are bad," and I was like, "Well, they objectively are," and he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, fuck. So he has like 500,000 subscribers now, and no good deed goes unpunished.
I think you should be neutral if someone says their opinion. I don't think if you're pro or against it, booster.
Well,
if someone ancient fucking dunk on them, like it's the thing, right?
Well, not only that, I didn't even bring it up. I was just like, yeah, no, I interviewed Dr. Malone. Like, I didn't, because like you can't not address the elephant in the room. Why are you banned from YouTube?
Yeah.
So
It's either incredibly bad or really mundane.
yeah, it's either like, dude, I fucking talked about how Auschwitz was not that bad, or it's like I had on the bearded. Jesus Christ, Craig. Or it's like I had on, the bearded one, the gray-haired Dr. Malone the Gray.
I always find it funny, like, when he's out in the sun, like, he looks like a different race entirely.
Dr. Malone?
Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Yeah, oh, dude, he looks like deep Middle Eastern.
He does. Like,
Straight up. He looks like somebody that... He looks like Dale shot his cousin. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He looks like someone that Dale laser tagged with a JDAM.
Down.
Yeah. It's not I don't support or condone it. I remain neutral. There is a picture of Dr. Malone, and he's like petting two horses. But he's got this big...
That was the one I saw, yeah. Like, he was out in the sun. Like,
Yeah, he...
really dark,
He gets black. And,
like, when I saw that, I totally didn't listen, but it's just sun effects, yeah.
he, yeah, there's a picture of him, and he's, like, petting two horses, and his hair's, like, flowing. And when I looked at it, I'm like, Dr. Malone's a biblical figure. He's this...
He has Moses qualities.
Oh, he absolutely does. He's definitely a holy figure.
Yeah, I thought so when I was studying after you need to make sure he's a doctor, like, condition of the hair. And like L'Oreal. So the wind is blowing, yeah?
Yeah. Dr. Stoley. No, Dr. Stoley's hair doesn't budge.
Oh yeah, you better wet it down, all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, Dr. Stoley's hair does not...
Like, the shirt that you have long hair and it's all wet.
Oh, dude, it's greasy, and oh yeah, Dr. Stoley. Where are your vitals?
He needs like a comically like wiry mustache as well.
Oh yeah.
Great.
His glasses are chrome rimmed. Very clean. Everything's very, very clean.
Horn rimmed glasses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like the idea of the syringe. That he's just constantly polishing.
Spinning it like a revolver.
Yeah, and he's always making like weird comments that are like euphemistic. He's like, if you do not have a sharp point of entry, you will never inoculate the victim. It's always very... He's always... Yeah, he's always speaking in like odd riddles. If you do... Yeah. yeah. You never quite know where he stands.
I would think for the same thing, but I think Jim down.
It's fucking Dr. Stoley. You never know if he's like providing like healthcare to your 4-year-old or if he's talking to you about like cultural cleansing.
No, he's definitely a euthanasia doctor.
Oh, absolutely. No, he has an odd. Well, it's way too long after World War II for it to be viable. But he comes from a long line of doctors, and he never really talks about anything past his dad.
Off topic, I watched an episode yesterday of Roger, and it was about who and like what's real and what's not.
Episode 201.
Yeah, I actually liked that one. I didn't like the Ukrainian ones much.
Yeah. Roger's. I love Roger to death. Roger's a.
It's not a personal thing. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what. But that's.
And I see what you posted an hour ago. It looks like he's holding a fucking rocket launcher and ready for war.
Well, that was he bought that at a gun show. It was like a replica or something.
You can buy used too, but yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it was great.
You just want to tag the anti-FBI and come for you.
They're coming. They're coming. Hold on. Let me, fuck. Let me, why isn't it... How come my mouse isn't working? Fuck. Damn it. 1 second.